how are you? Hope you're good. So today, as you know from the title already, I have my September wrap-up, current reads and TBR. The current reads and TBR are probably gonna be just one and the same. But anyway, let's get into it. So technically I read 5 books in the month of September, but really it's 4 because one of them you probably shouldn't count as a book, but hey, Goodreads counted it, so towards my goal it goes. So the first one that I listened to was Off to Be a Wizard. So this is a book about a guy who discovers a code where he realizes the whole universe is encoded in, and he changes and tweaks some bits, and then discovers that he can travel in time but only backwards, and that he can like change the specification about his body and just basically change anything. So he of course adds some money to his bank account thinking that the small sum, so it's not gonna like flag anything, and it gets a little bit carried away, and this all happens in chapter 1, by the way, so it's not a spoiler. And he basically, because of some circumstances, he finds himself having to flee from his current time. So he goes back in time and he pretends to be a wizard by using that code in front of the villagers. Yeah, I don't want to say anything more because I think that's enough. It's a really funny, really amusing story. There's nothing like extremely deep about it. This is a series, I think, and it's only the first one that I read, so I can't really speak about the rest of it. But I will be reading the second one, and I actually did really enjoy the audiobook, so I'm probably gonna get that on Audible as well. I just had like a really good time, and I feel like, as I said, I didn't think that there was a lot of substance to it, but I had like a great time, and that is my main category that a book needs to fill, because as I say every single month, it is a hobby and you're supposed to be enjoying it. Obviously it's brilliant if you learn and grow from the book, and I believe that there's no such book that you really just don't grow at all. And even if it is just brightening your mood, that's something you took away from the book. So for those people who don't really necessarily think that easy reads are beneficial, I sincerely and respectfully disagree. I think they're a great investment in your mental health. I gave this 4 stars, and I really do recommend it for people who enjoy this sort of like silly humor. And the next one is the one that is sort of like doesn't really count as a book, but I really wanted something really short for the 20 minutes or something that oh my god, it's just like it's silly, okay, it's silly, but I wanted it, so whatever. 101 Amazing Facts, and it's about Harry Potter, and to be fair, I knew most of these facts already, but there were some that I didn't. And it was a crappy little book, and I wasn't really expecting anything more, but I was expecting maybe to be the facts that are lesser known. And it's a really like, how do we even rate something like that? But you know what, I felt like it, I listened to it, I returned it, and all is well. So yeah, I had a good like morning walk with this book because I was walking to work, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put that on and listen. Then the third book I finished in the month of September was Dream Thieves. I gave this 4 stars as well. I don't think I met anyone who says that they enjoyed first book better than the second one, so hi, I'm G. I enjoyed first book better than the second one, although it's hard to say. Like, I enjoyed the second half of the first book better than the second one, but obviously the first half I almost DNF'd that book, so it's hard to compare. So this is following the Raven Boys, and it's more focused on Ronan, and whilst we do get a lot of character development in this book for Ronan and for other characters as well, I still really enjoyed it, and I still read it fairly quickly. I think what it's very hard to put my finger on it, because I still loved it, don't get me wrong. 4 stars is like a great rating in my books. I just feel like, I think maybe it featured a little bit more cars and racing and like this. Yeah, I think it was just like a lot of cars and racing. Pose is not really my thing, and not that the book has to be about something that I enjoy, but I just found it like, oh, cars are just really one thing that I just like, blah. It was a little bit of a lack of the actual caves water, and I really missed it, because we ended up on this like high on the at the Raven Boys book, and we visit the caves water but in a different format than we used to. And whilst there's a lot of character development, I really wanted to go into the bloody caves water, but I guarantee you there's gonna be a lot of it probably in the third one. So I'm really looking forward to reading that one. But as I was just, because everyone just kept saying how much they enjoy, how much more they enjoyed the second book, and this just teaches me to like wait till I form my own opinion. But you know, it's hard to like disregard people that you really trust, because as I said, anyway, I'm rambling here, but as I said, I really enjoyed this book, really loved it. I was just probably expecting it to be like 100 stars out of 5, because everyone was like, this is the best in this series. I love this book, but I'm glad that we're done with it, so I can move on. Do you know what I mean? It's still, as I said, it was amazing, and I gave it 4 stars. Then the next book that I read, I already posted a review on, so I'll link it somewhere here. You can go ahead and look there, because I spoke about it in more details that I'm gonna do now. And that was Eliza and Her Monsters. I love this book. I love this book so much, way more than I expected, because I went in with like very, like, you know, basically no expectations. Like, I didn't think it's gonna be bad. I didn't think it's gonna be like my cup of tea necessarily, because it is a contemporary. It's following this main character who is 17 or 18, and she is the owner and creator of the online comic book that actually has like a following. Like, Harry Potter is like massive, and her parents don't really know the extent of it. And she meets this, I would say shy, but I don't think that he's shy. He just had like, she meets this boy, and he's a big fan of the comic, but obviously she doesn't tell him that she is the owner, and blah blah blah. So I thought it was gonna be like, you know, very easy contemporary. It's like, ah, girl meets boy, boy likes girl. Like, there's drama when he figures out that she is the owner of the comic, and then there's gonna be like happy ever after per usual. But this one, like, so much beyond that. I fell in love with both of the characters, and even though the male character sort of annoyed me some bits, and it was like, I found it like almost problematic, but I feel like it was very realistic, so I really appreciate it because of that. And it just goes into like a lot of depth of mental health, because both of them, they have their monsters, which is, you know, see what they did there? I even shed a tear, as I said, so it happened. Granted, I was pretty emotional that day, but it happened. I'm human, okay? Anyway, so I was really pleasantly surprised by this book. I just think there were a lot of themes in there that were very well done. And I have another book by Francesca Zappia, and I'm gonna read that hopefully by the end of this year, because I really want to see what else she wrote, and I had that book for such a long time. I don't know why I haven't picked it up. Anyway, it's called Made Me Up. And then the last book that I read was Room. Room was the Book in the Jar book. I'm editing the video and putting it up today, so by the time that this video comes out, it's already available. So if you want to see my journey with this book, because it's a book diary, so you can go ahead and check that out. I will try to remember and suggest it somewhere here, and maybe link it down below as well. But that video is for people who read the book, by the way, so this is not. Room is written from a 5-year-old's perspective, and it follows him and his mother. This boy and the mother live in captivity, and specifically this boy has never left the room that he was born in, and this is about their journey and their daily life. Really interesting. So it is quite a heartbreaking book, but it actually didn't break me as much as I expected. I think that's why they wrote it from a 5-year-old's perspective, because I think it has this like taste of innocence, and it makes it more manageable to read, because it's a horrible topic. I do want to put a disclaimer here for sexual abuse, so if that's something that triggers you, might not be the best book for you. Yeah, it deals with heavy stuff, but it was very worth the read, and it was definitely 5 out of 5 stars for me as well. So that was the end of what I read. The priority of my current reads is Nevernight. You can't really see because I don't have the cover on, but there is a crow, so just trust me, it's Nevernight. Actually, it doesn't have like a thing on the spine, but here you go, Nevernight. Also love this cover, by the way. Pretty. So I don't actually, Nevernight is about a girl who's basically like an assassin or something like that. I'm not entirely certain because I am only 35 pages in. I actually sat down with this book because it's a quarterly book club book, so I need to read this by the 28th of October. I sat down yesterday or the day before with this book for like 3 hours, and I just couldn't focus. But I had some bad news back from home, so maybe that's why, but I just couldn't focus. And it's not like it's extremely hard to read or something, and I am enjoying what I'm reading, I just couldn't focus. So I'm hoping to like get a hold of myself and continue on with this book, because obviously I will. This is current reads and TBR, really. The next thing that I started reading, and I probably will pick up once I'm done with Nevernight or in between, because I swap between books, and that is One Dark Throne, and it's a sequel for Three Dark Crowns. It's by Kinder Blake, and it's just continuation from that book. It's about three sisters who were separated to be raised by three different, basically, fractions of people with different powers. So there's elementalists, poisoners, and naturalists. And these three sisters are supposed to kill each other for the throne, because only one can sit there. So actually I'm 35 pages into this one as well. And not surprisingly, because for the last like 2 or 3 TBRs and wrap-ups I had this book in there, but oh my god, I just like to have it for like those 5 minutes that I feel like I need to read some Harry Potter. So it's Harry Potter, the illustrated edition, and I'm right, like I have made some progress, so I don't have that much left. So the next time that I sit down to read this, I probably will finish it, but it's just getting ridiculous how long this is like stretched out for. So now to the proper TBR. Because I already have 2 not tiny books on my TBR, pretty much. I'm not gonna pack my TBR for October that much, because I'm not sure how busy this month is gonna be for me, and I don't want to like set very high expectations in case, you know, I don't manage it, so then it make me feel like unaccomplished. So I rather leave some wiggle room. But if I do get a chance, I might still. This is another one of those that's just dragged out for so long, and I know you guys are gonna comment on it, and I'm aware, but I just don't feel like reading it. So maybe I will get in the mood of reading it, but it's Air of Fire, and oh my god, I really just need to like get on with it. I'm on page 206, so you know, like I really just need to like get on with it. And I was enjoying it. I don't remember why I put it down. I think I needed to read something else. I think I said that last month as well, but I didn't actually read it. So it's just still gonna be Red Queens number 2. And Red Queens is just like a group of badass females fighting stuff, and it's very sassy and very funny. Oh man, why'd you do this? Why? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going like half blind here. Let me know what's on your agenda for this month. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye!